Hey guys, Ricky here from Most Valuable Podcast, here with my sleepers for week number 4 in fantasy football, and I'm going to get right into it. These are guys that could have a big week this week. They may be not available in your league. It's not like the pickups video, but these are guys that could have a big game. So if they're either on your bench or available in free agency, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure these guys, it may be good to have these guys in your lineup this week. And at number 5, he nearly killed me in one of my leagues. Thank God everyone else had a good game, but Ruben Randall. And part of me was like, okay, Ricky, is this week a fluke? He got most of his points in my league. I mean, I say my league because the league that I have him in, the scoring is a little bit jacked up. I'm just going to tell you this. Quarterbacks, pick sixes in that league, minus 10 points. So yeah, that's how jacked up that scoring is. He got most of the points in that league from that one touchdown grab that he had. Before that, it was kind of like, okay, he had 70 yards at 7 points. Boom, he had a touchdown, put him in double digits. He could have that week again. He's going up against Buffalo. Buffalo has kind of given a little bit of points away to wide receivers. So to me, I'm like, you know what? Even though if I think it's a fluke, it may be a good option to have him in the lineup, especially if you've got a guy like Julian Edelman who may have a bye this upcoming week. So number 4, I'm going to put the Dolphins defense out there. And the reason why I'm putting the Dolphins defense as a sleeper is because did you see what Philly's defense was able to do fantasy-wise against the Jets? Philly's defense looked terrible. They looked horrible in the first 2 weeks of the season, like I think 6 and 6 points each week. Boom, then they break out for 16 points against the Jets. I'm not saying that the Dolphins are going to do the exact same thing. I'm just saying it's possible. The Dolphins going negative last week. They haven't been a great defense. This may be the game to put them above and beyond their fantasy expectations. Could be a possible sleeper, especially against the Jets, who could be falling after a loss, need to rebound quick in order to go 3-1. Then at number 3, the one of 2 quarterbacks on this list, Joe Flacco. And the reason why I say Joe Flacco is Big Ben he's not going to be playing. He's out for 4 weeks. He's not going to be playing Thursday night. Joe Flacco is there's a good chance he gets Brashard Perriman, the rookie that they drafted out of Central Florida. Get him back for this week. That's your Torrey Smith. Take the top off the defense guy that they took in the draft. I mean, starting 0-3. I know Mark Trustman's his OC, so you got to take that into consideration. But Joe Flacco has the talent. It's a division game. It's a primetime game. Getting Perriman back may be enough to just wake up this Raven offense and give Joe Flacco someone to throw to with an option. I mean, Crockett Gilmore's been good on the tight end side, but really they've been missing Torrey Smith's presence on that team. I know you got Steve Smith Sr., but I mean, yeah, you just got to go with, I would say, Perriman back. Flacco could have a good performance. At number 2, and this may be a surprise because of how bad their offense looked against Seattle, Martellus Bennett. And the reason why I say Martellus Bennett is last week, my number 1 sleeper, those of you guys who missed it, I'll let you in, was Gary Barnidge. Gary Barnidge was a guy who didn't score a lot of points in fantasy, had 16 against Oakland. Oakland is the team this year that is going to give fantasy points up to the tight end. That's what their defense is going to be. And with Martellus as the number 1 in Chicago, Jimmy Clausen is just going to throw to him. He's going to be open. He's going to be scoring some points. So it may be wise to put Martellus Bennett in your starting lineup. But then number 1, Andy Dalton. And some of you may be saying, I know Cincinnati fans may be saying, well, Ricky, you got to start Andy Dalton. But the reason why I say it is look at what Peyton Manning was able to do against Kansas City in week 2. As I'm recording this video, the Monday night game has not started. I'm expecting Aaron Rodgers to do a great job against this defense. Kansas City in their first 2 weeks coming into week 3, 20 points and 18 points to opposing quarterbacks. Andy Dalton played very well against the Baltimore Ravens. Could have a repeat performance of that against KC in week 4. I'm going to say it's a sleeper only because I think Andy Dalton's that guy. Unless you're in a really deep league, he's not the quarterback that you drafted to be your main guy. He's not like one of the top 5 or maybe top 10, but he's not that guy you picked like that's my starting quarterback each week. So if he's on your bench, I'd go ahead and play him this week going up against Kansas City. Well, that is going to do it for my top sleepers here heading into week 4 of fantasy football. I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. Go ahead, tell me down below who you think could be a sleeper this week. Who's a guy that you're like, well, you know what, Ricky, I saw your list and I don't think that guy's going to be a sleeper. He's just going to have a pretty shit week. Let me know down below in the comment section. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter at Ricky Widmer. Most Valuable Podcast is at Most Valuable Pod. I want to thank you guys again for checking out this video. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and as always, have a good day, everybody.
Hey guys, like the video? Then hit that subscribe button. But if you liked it even more, you should check out our Patreon page. We have a lot of different rewards and goals for those of you who would love to support us. So make sure to click that link down in the description to check out those pretty kick-ass rewards.